Welcome back to the Elderly Health Physician, the channel where we bring you the wisdom of Korean medicine combined with the best of modern science to help you thrive after 60. If you have ever finished a good meal and then felt your stomach swell up like a balloon, if you have ever felt that uncomfortable pressure, the gas, the tightness, the bloating that makes you want to loosen your belt and lie down, then today's episode is for you, and it just might change your evenings forever. So many of us over 60 have quietly accepted this as normal. We tell ourselves it is simply part of getting older. We start avoiding certain foods. We skip dinners with friends because we are afraid of how our stomach will feel afterward. We sit there in silent discomfort, hoping it will pass on its own. But here is what very few people ever realize. Bloating and gas after eating are not something you must accept for the rest of your life. And the solution is not another pill on the shelf. The solution is movement. 3 simple movements, in fact, that you can do at home with no equipment, no cost, and almost no effort at all. Joining me again is Korea's oldest practicing physician, Dr. Henry Lee. He has spent over 40 years treating seniors and studying the ancient principles of Korean medicine that have kept generations living strong and comfortable well into their 90s. Today, he is going to walk us through 3 gentle exercises that can stop bloating and gas almost as soon as they begin, and even keep them from forming in the first place. Dr. Lee, I have been looking forward to this one all week. The floor is yours.
Thank you, John. It is always a pleasure to be here with you and with everyone listening. And I want to begin with a word of reassurance. If you suffer from bloating and gas after you eat, please understand that you are in very good company. The Rome Foundation, one of the most respected research groups in the world of digestive health, reports that nearly 1 in 5 people around the world struggle with bloating. After the age of 60, it becomes even more common. And there is a simple reason for that. Our digestion naturally slows down. The muscles of the intestine move more gently. Food sits longer than it used to. Gas begins to build. And the result is that swollen, heavy, uncomfortable feeling that so many of you know all too well. But here's the beautiful truth that Korean medicine has understood for centuries, and that modern science is now confirming in study after study. Your body is not broken. Your digestion is simply asking for a small amount of help to keep things moving. And the oldest, safest medicine for a sluggish gut was never found in a bottle. It is found in gentle, deliberate movement. So let us begin with the very first exercise. And in my many years of practice, it is the one that brings the fastest relief of all. The first movement is so simple that most people dismiss it without a second thought. It is a short, gentle walk after your meal, not a fast walk, not the kind of exercise that leaves you breathless and tired. Just a slow, easy stroll for about 10 minutes, or roughly 1,000 steps. When you walk gently after eating, you help the food move through your stomach and your intestines more quickly. The gas that would otherwise become trapped is gently encouraged to release, and the bloating that would normally build up simply never gets the chance to form. The evidence for this is truly remarkable. Gastroenterologists at UCLA Health have reported that walking, or even minimal physical activity after a meal, for as little as 10 minutes or 1,000 steps, can reduce gas and bloating better than medication. And in a randomized clinical trial of patients with functional bloating, researchers found that the same gentle movement after meals was actually superior to a prescription drug for relieving that overfull, swollen feeling. No equipment, no side effects, no expense, simply walking. I had a patient once, a retired school teacher, 68 years old. Every single evening after her dinner, she felt swollen and miserable, and she would sink into her chair convinced that resting was the right thing to do. So I asked her to do the very opposite. I asked her to take a slow walk around her garden for 10 minutes after each meal. Within 2 weeks, she came back and told me the evening bloating had almost completely vanished. She had her comfortable, peaceful evenings back again, and the only thing she changed was the moment she chose to move.
You know, doctor, conversations like this one make me think about something I came across a while back. It is called the Senior Body Reset After 60. I have to be honest, when I first found it, I was not expecting much, but it completely changed how I think about aging. It covers exactly what we talk about on this show: how to reset your body's natural rhythms after 60. Better sleep, stronger circulation, sharper memory, more energy throughout the day. And it does all of that through daily habits, not medications. No complicated routines. Just clear, practical steps backed by the same kind of medical thinking we explore in every episode. If you are someone who wants to take what you hear here and actually put it into action, this is a resource worth looking into. The link is in the description and in the pinned comment below. Now, doctor, please continue.
Thank you, John. And yes, this next movement surprises nearly everyone because at first, it does not look like exercise at all. The second exercise is slow, deep belly breathing. In medicine, we call it diaphragmatic breathing. Most of us, and especially as we grow older, breathe in a very shallow way, high up in the chest. But there is a large dome-shaped muscle resting beneath your lungs called the diaphragm. When you breathe deeply down into your belly, that muscle gently presses down upon your stomach and your intestines with every breath you take. It is like a soft internal massage that helps move trapped gas along and gently releases the tension that holds the bloating in place. Here is exactly how you do it. Sit comfortably in your chair or lie down on your bed. Place one hand upon your chest and the other hand upon your belly. Now breathe in slowly through your nose and let your belly rise up while your chest stays almost completely still. Hold it for just a moment. Then breathe out slowly through your mouth and feel your belly gently fall. Do this in a calm rhythm for about 3 minutes. The American Gastroenterological Association now formally recommends diaphragmatic breathing as a treatment for bloating. And in a clinical study published in the journal Open Medicine, patients who practiced this slow belly breathing for just 3 minutes 3 times a day reported real and measurable relief from their bloating in the weeks that followed. The reason it works is beautiful. Deep breathing calms the nervous system and switches your body into what we call the rest and digest state, the gentle state in which the gut finally relaxes and begins to move freely once again. And there is something deeper here that I want you to understand. When we are anxious, when we are rushing through our day, our breathing becomes fast and shallow and the body shifts into a state of alarm. In that state, digestion is one of the very first things the body sets aside because it believes there may be danger nearby. The food simply sits there, fermenting, producing gas. But when you slow your breath, you send your body a quiet and powerful signal. You tell it that you are safe, that it may relax, and that it is time to digest. This is why the breath is so much more than just air. It is a gentle switch that you hold in your own 2 hands. I had a patient, a former accountant, 71 years old, a very tense and worried man. He carried all of his stress in his stomach, and he was bloated almost every single day of his life. I did not give him one new medication. I simply taught him to place his hand upon his belly and breathe slowly and deeply for 3 minutes before each meal, and again afterward. He came back to see me a month later, and he told me that for the first time in years, his stomach felt soft and quiet and at peace. He had been holding his breath, in a sense, for decades, and he had never even known it. A small thing, a free thing, and it changed everything for him. And now we come to the third exercise, which I believe is the most overlooked of them all, and yet one of the most powerful. It is a gentle clockwise massage of your own abdomen. Now, your large intestine, the part of your gut where gas most often becomes trapped, travels along a very specific path. It rises up the right side of your belly, crosses along the top, and then travels down the left side. So when you massage in a clockwise direction, you are gently encouraging the gas and the waste to move along in the exact same direction your body already intends for them to go. Here is how you do it. First, warm your hands by rubbing them together. Then lie down comfortably or simply sit in your chair. Place your flat palm on the lower right side of your belly. Using soft, gentle pressure, begin to make slow circles, moving up the right side, across the top just beneath your ribs, and then down the left side. Continue these gentle clockwise circles for a few minutes. There is no need to press hard at all. Warmth and rhythm are the things that truly matter. The science here is genuinely impressive. A clockwise abdominal massage has been shown to stimulate the vagus nerve and to increase the natural movement of the intestines. In a randomized controlled trial of more than 200 adults over the age of 65, abdominal massage significantly reduced bloating, trapped gas, and abdominal discomfort with no side effects at all. And research published in the journal Neurogastroenterology and Motility confirms that this simple touch activates that same rest and digest branch of the nervous system, the very system that keeps your gut moving along smoothly. I remember one patient very clearly, a retired seamstress, 74 years old. She came to me almost in tears from the discomfort of the constant trapped gas she lived with. I taught her this clockwise massage, just a few quiet minutes each evening. The relief for her was almost immediate. She told me later that she now does it every single night, and that she always warms her hands first, just the way I showed her, because that small touch of warmth, she said, makes all the difference in the world. And that is no accident. In Korean medicine, warmth has always been understood as the friend of digestion. A cold belly is a slow belly. A warm belly is a moving belly. Your grandmothers knew this long before any laboratory confirmed it. And let me give you one more piece of practical guidance, because I know how easy it is to hear good advice and then forget it by the next morning. Tie this massage to something you already do every evening. Perhaps you do it just before you go to sleep as you lie in your bed. Perhaps you do it in your favorite chair while you listen to the radio. The body loves a rhythm, a routine it can count on. When you give it the same gentle care at the same time each day, it learns to respond, and in time the relief comes more easily and more quickly than you would ever expect. So there you have them, John. 3 gentle movements. A short, easy walk after your meal. Slow belly breathing with your hand resting upon your stomach. And a warm, clockwise massage of your abdomen. Not one of them requires money or equipment or a prescription from anyone. Each one works gently with your body rather than against it. And practiced together day after day, they can bring a quiet end to the bloating and the gas that so many good people have wrongly accepted as simply part of growing older.
Dr. Lee, thank you. That truly brings everything full circle for me. Because what I am hearing today is so deeply reassuring. The bloating, the gas, the heaviness after we eat, none of it has to be a permanent part of our lives. And the answer was never another pill sitting on a shelf. It was 3 simple, gentle movements that any one of us can begin this very evening. Let us bring them all together one final time so they're easy to remember. After your next meal, take a slow, easy walk for about 10 minutes. Just 1,000 gentle steps, nothing more. Then, whenever your stomach begins to feel tight, sit down, rest one hand upon your belly, and breathe slowly and deeply for 3 minutes, letting your belly rise and fall like a calm and steady tide. And in the evening, warm your hands and gently massage your abdomen in slow, clockwise circles, following the path your body already wants to take. 3 movements: walk, breathe, and massage. No pills, no equipment, no cost at all. That truly is all it takes. I want you to try just one of these tonight after your dinner, and simply notice how your body feels afterward. Then please come back and tell us all about it down in the comments below. I read so many of your stories, and they mean the world to me and to everyone in this community who is walking this very same road right alongside you. And if today's episode brought you even a little bit of comfort or hope, please share it with a friend or with a loved one who has been suffering quietly with this very same problem. You may just give them back their comfortable evenings exactly like Dr. Lee gave back to his patients. And I want to leave you with one last thought, because I think it matters more than anything else we have said today. So many of us reach a certain age and we begin to believe that discomfort is simply our new normal, that this is just what getting older feels like. But everything Dr. Lee shared with us today tells a very different story. Your body is still listening. It still responds to kindness, to movement, to a warm hand and a slow breath. It is never too late to begin again. The smallest habit started tonight can become the thing you look back on a year from now and call a turning point. Remember our promise here on this channel. Small changes, lasting results. Let us grow old, strong together. I am John, this has been the Elderly Health Physician, and I will see you in the very next episode.